Alliance, but they still have to get away from this blue zone. It is now pushing fast. Vampire, they did choose to go up towards DXAV. They put a smoke close, they cut off sight lines, but this could be just a death sentence. Lamborghini with the side swipe in the back of the pickup there. Needs to pick up more than this though. Swept down, Tony K has the angle, nade overarm, over the top of the lip, and it's on to do! A huge nade for Lamborghini. That's his third knock towards Vampire. They try and cross the road, but they are into the open arms of DXAVIA. Is there a third party from Team Liquid? There's shots coming through potentially, but DXAVIA have all of them alive, and there's no reses yet.
Lamborghini, showing a little mercy to Vampire there. He gets knocked and thirsted. The rest of DXAVIA.
Long nade.
Let's see if they can hit it. They have to roll a perfect nade down. That looks pretty good. Oh, just a little overcooked. And that is going to be unfortunate. But now we're going to see DXAVIA say, you know what, we're going to get it done with our weapon. Jump shot, gets one. Ooh, not able to get the second. Where's the follow-up? There it is.
Ooh,
and Vampire go down. Ooh, this is a kind of weird angle, though. The zone's going to start closing in on you, Alpha 7, so I'm not sure if this is the exact angle you want to take. You should try to rotate around them. Instead, they said, nope, we are going to push right on through. Here comes the push.
They want to get on in. The Longhouse challenge as Divine holds the window. Good for one. Revo falls. McGrellan now up for the task. Divine still has that DBS on the inside. Teammate Carrillo moving in for Alpha 7. Nades not going to go through just yet. As Divine gets a heal off and takes McGrellan down too. Carrillo now in the dirt. Mafioso moving off in the left-hand side there. Looking for Sara on the off angle. He's got his own challenge, but it's all on Divine. Carrillo not getting this res just yet. Kneels up, looks for it. Mafioso down. And Reject holding this position, holding that first place away. Reiji with the nade, with the arm, looks for the cannon, long range and not going to find it. Goes too far. Divine with another challenge. Carrillo now looking for the heal and Revo is low. Gets the heal off on the high ground, nades to the back line, but they're not finding it.
It is now a 2v3. Oh, never mind, a 3v1. As Carrillo needs to do a miracle here. The IGL for Alpha 7 desperately trying to make it happen for Brazil. Works right on the open and gets defeated. That is a huge win for Team Reject.
Look at this circle for just a moment here. I mean, okay, but no, wait, let's take a look at these replays from Divine. Because look at that, 1, 2, the hopping through the window, I think was the biggest mistake that happened there. Yeah. It was ill-timed. The rest of his team weren't ready to go in and be that off angle. That's what allowed Divine to make that position.
Alliance, insane. You've also got 4 Miracle Vibes, a big favorite for a lot of teams coming into this one. Brute Force, one of the best teams from EMEA. And then you've got Reject, which a lot of people didn't have too much hope for. But on our screens, that's your teammate.
He's not got the medic bullets. Can't get him back on his feet. He's so dialed in. He's so dialed in. That's what that is. Just shows how confident he is in the firefights, trying to take everyone out of commission. This is Yudu at least being tested early on. I mean, maybe there's a timeline here. TJB, if they can find the right targets, are able to build something off the back of it. But you get the swing around the corner. He's got the air maxes on. He bumps in. That's it, dude. It's done.
Out of tune right now with the rest of Vampire. Stoned tries to put a leash on him, pull him back in. Or maybe he should have been the one being pulled over towards that. It's going to be interesting to see how the 3 players from Falcons now can impact Vampire's position. The difficulty right now for the position for Falcons, they can't really put too much pressure over towards Vampire because of the way that the terrain sits on the south side of that potato hill. Spray from Mythic, 1, 2, 3, and the rest go up in flames. That is a huge pickup for Team Liquid on the west side, and the Mad Bulls, they are sent down. Paragin for DXAVIA as well could potentially have a say in this fight if he's able to find something. Swain goes down, and with it, IWNRX, they fall out of this one, so it is only now Paragin in the water. Alex goes down, Demo as well, moving in to look for the backup here. TJB holds strong for the time being, and Alola XIHC don't know that Paragin's there.
Oh, so smart of them, though. They're just going to get that reset. They caught him, so now there's no worries. They're just going to go for a quick reset here. Oh, that vehicle, if it would have gone a little further, would have knocked them. Nice shots there for Flower. TJB are putting in work. Only 2 more.
One player now stands. It's just Yo. Flower behind the vehicle, trying to step out wide. Zio behind is on the shoreline. He's closer to the edge, and it's a 1 versus 1. Zio needs to hold his nerve with a PP Bison. Trying to play off against Longs now for TJB.
This
A nade in hand. It's cooking. Goes Long, steps back in. No damage done. Zio breaks wide. Doesn't have as much HP as Longs, and he takes it. TJB with a 2 versus 4 hold.
Zone starting to move in as well. New circle play with Reject still in a good position. Of course, Alpha 7, the team that's up on top. We hone back in on their POV, and it's McGrelin warring up against Talon. They crash into the compound. Nade's going across. That one could be a bit of a problem, actually. That's on target towards McGrelin. Look at the move through the back. The DBS coming in to try and hit you with a little bit of a sneaky play. Alpha 7 going down early. Clean up crew required, but it's not going to be there. Uh-oh. The Talons have snuck their way in and snatched the lives of Alpha 7. They go out early. An opportunity is presented to Reject.
We were highlighting before, Jackie. High ground galore. Here's that replay. They just had nothing to do versus him. Swords next coming through, and it's quick succession.
Much of them, but they found Tiamba, and it is a scrap for control of the land.
Yumi's down as well. I mean, Tiamba doing pretty well here. The fact that you got Liu underneath just dealing with the entirety of the team on his lonesome. Long has to come with the DBS, do some huge action for himself, but will be taken out. Just one final player there from Tiamba, and somehow Boom's able to hold on. It looks really bad inside that building. Bond, though, he's on his way. License to eliminate.
Oh, he's coming up. If he can find an opportunity, Molly could be in a pretty good spot as well. Try and burn him out. Clay with a range. Oh, cleans his way through the door, blows the first man down. DBS causing problems, looking for the hard commit on the back as well whilst he's dropped. And this actually does keep it guessing a little bit. Makes it far harder for Boom now. They thought they had an opportunity to reset, but Bonds turn up and he's bringing the heat to them.
Yumi finishes out Frenzy from his own team. That is really bad news. I mean, sure, he got an elimination for his troubles. Now shots coming through from the side. And Boom, who were in a pretty damn good position at the beginning of this map, have just done really nothing with it. They haven't sent out, they haven't claimed ground. They've just sat around. And I think this is the problem when you come to these international events, is you've got to be frag heavy. And the Xavier knows it.
Oh man, they're straight in. Looked like there was a bit of a timeline there. You could have got the damage off on the initial dropout from the vehicle, but the response isn't good enough. Good use of the nades as well. They clear out the entirety of the top floor, and it is gone.
Bond's still here, though. I don't think they realized because they saw the final flush come through, but Bond's still in the wings. Nade comes through, and it's the DBS on top of it. Bond goes in. The secret spy, they had no idea. The quick loot, and Tiamba lives to see another day.
Let's see what Team Reject can do. They're going to have to pull off some magic here. They are stuck between a rock and a hard place. Alula IHC, and now Alpha 7's going to find some angles off of them. And Twisted Minds, this is their game to win. And just how many eliminations are they going to get for this victory? That's the question. They're down in 13th place. They got to close it out here. Duello, the last player up for Team Reject, and he's down to 1 HP.
No nade.
Here comes the Rebel. They got him! And that is Team Reject out. 12 eliminations for Alpha 7.
Alpha 7 push up to the triple-digit mark as well, with placements accrued. That could be the challenge they're looking for to close out day number 2 in first place. This could be what they have on the menu. Alolex IHC are back to 4, though, and the smokes have bloomed.
This is stage 9, folks. The zone's about to go into nothing. Now I think Twisted Mind's position is completely compromised. It's anyone's game here. Alpha 7 are going to be wide on the open. Alpha 7 need to get every elimination they can, but Obscure gets a knock on a McGrelin. That's going to hurt. Alula IHC have to push out into the wide open. You can see them just doing so ever so slowly. They need some critical knocks here to help buy some time.
Smokes so important here. The res comes through onto McGrell in there, which means that they are playing as 3. Need some healing, and you need it now, because now you need to jump over the top. Mafioso takes down Tjol. No, hang on a minute, that's obscure from Twisted Minds, but they look for the point anyway.
Point
Another
steal.
one, 13 now for Alpha 7 as they start to wrap up. Another 1 and 2, looking for third as well. 3 players still alive for Alpha 7 as the damage pours on into the Twisted Minds compound. Alula XIHC going low as well. Alpha 7 flowing from the northern shore will try and push further in. The Molotov there, they're packed all in, and they're looking for the escape here, but Ratto Boy goes down. The nade is in, and Twisted Minds fall. Now in a 3 versus 2, looking for the opportunity to make a statement against Reject, to put them back where they believe they belong. Alpha 7 from the northern side are able to make it happen.
Woo, 19 eliminations.
Another nade goes through. On top of that, he's getting a lot of damage done here, but I think Neons is now fresh out of the older detonations. We'll just drop the smokes, look to potentially hold IWNRX as they come out from this one. They're going to use the vehicles, start to pop over towards the top side. Good couple of shots. Actually, that's an edge shot.
Oh, mate, yeah, that's despicable, Blank. The initial engagement's good for him, but he keeps it going. Hang on a minute. He's not content with that, is he? He wants to take down the whole squad on his lonesome. He's the last man, belly on the ground, peppering the bullets over the top. He's got the backup for the closer as well, and they're good for it. Brute Force living up to their name.
Neos basically with a 1v4 there. Insanity coming through. Can no longer communicate one another. They're both so far away. Duello right up on the hillside. A bit of a disconnect coming through for the team as 4 Miracle Vibes live to fight another day. Duello might have the sideswipe though, Jackie.
The elevated peak. He could comet across. If he gets a clear line of sight, takes down the first target, the distance between the timing from Boom's rotate to get stuck in to do anything, having to cross round the ridge of the rock, could give them an opportunity. Sara starting to move in as well. The pressure being applied, everything coming together now for an intense final fight between these 3.
Stage 9. This is where it all ends. Can Reject get their name in the game? On this last match of the day, 12 elims, but a little bit more would be nicer. Apex underneath. Sara crawling around like a python in the sand. Looking to strike. Duello's been spotted.
They've sussed him out. They know about the angle now. The element of surprise was the big boon for him. But he might have lost his edge. His blade might be dulled. Sara waiting to strike. He's the one that's repositioned and got himself into a spot that could potentially toy with the minds of 4 Miracle Vibes. Duello, hello, that's the nade down. Big connection. That one was yummy.
Sara now has to handle 2 players for himself. The repeats coming through. Apex starting to move forward. He doesn't have assistance from his teammate. Apex flies through. Sara finds the first.
Sara strikes. Crouching round the corner, pounces in with the aggression, fragments for Miracle Vibes, and keeps it going. They want a big elimination game and want to run away with a chicken dinner to boot. We're in a 2 versus 2 in terms of the manpower left. It's awkward for Boom. They're panicking now. You got to make your way round the corner. Duello's got the high ground. He knows exactly where you are. They can't go for the pickup on Yummy. Duello wants to go down, deciding when the right moment to strike is. A barrage of bullets strikes onto the first. Reject run in, and they will take it home. Reject with the chicken dinner.
Oh, that was so close. If he was able to get that shot, who knows what could have happened, but Alliance shut that down, and they shut it down well. 8 eliminations so far. They are doing great here at this one, and now we're down to our final 4 teams here for match number 1 on day 2.
And the shift finally goes away from TJB. They're on the outside. Oh, Shan so close. Solo player right on the money.
That's 1.
Takes him out. First player down. 1v2 now as Leons. Are they looking for him? Do they know he's on the tree? It seems like they do. They just need to isolate these angles. The cook is there. Club not going to be able to take the peak. He's forced out. He's forced wide, but no damage. There is a response. The knock goes through the back line. He finds 1, and it's Shan with a 1 versus 3 for Tiamba. They do not stop. It's 11 eliminations, and the solo warrior himself in the play.
That 1 elimination might just be the difference maker. Fleeke on the back of a tree. This is easily nadeable here for Leons.
Oh, Leons, how far can you take it? Can he live his movie the whole way through and somehow snatch away another chicken dinner? Is that the storyline that could potentially be built from this one? It would be off the back of broken, busted squads that have come in front of him. He's taking damage from the side though. Fleek spots him out. Nade thrown wide. He's looking to punish now. Bobbing, weaving. The man's a Hell in a Cell boxer and he's looking to throw out the right hook. Switches back to the nade. Wants to engage on this one. He's waiting for his opportunity. Primed and ready. The damage is going to go wide, Blank.
He's got so many to work with. Got a Molotov as well. Hasn't used it just yet. Sends it behind the tree, but Fleeke's playing pretty perfectly until that one knocks him right in the gob. Another nade sent out randomly over the side, clearing out the other tree. Now knows that Tulika's further down the hill here. What is happening here? A 1v1v1. A four-way towards the end of the map.
This is Leon's world, and we are just living in it. He is the beating heart of You-Do Alliance, and he will not stop pumping until he has found a way to carve a path to that chicken dinner. But there are still squads in front of him. Everyone isolated, playing the long con, playing the angles. They don't want to make that first mistake now.
Just cutting through the lobby, assassinating members of other teams where he can, going toe-to-toe with two in front. Heads down the hill, spots another there. That should be an easy elim for Leon. Strikes it up to 13 elims. Contains the high ground. What an incredible game this has been so far from a solo.
Lucky number 13 for Leon's, but he doesn't need any luck. It's all skill right now with the way that he's been playing this one out. Focusing on being able to isolate these next two fights. There's such a good timeline for him here. He's got through the hard part. He's just got to be able to pull it out. Ooh. Lucky to be alive. That one really was divine intervention. He can tuck back into cover, re-heal off the back of it. He's still standing.
Top, out in the open here, challenging him to peek out. Gets a spot onto Rogue as well. This is perfect news for him. Circle's going to close in. Stage 9, last one. This will pull all teams together. And Leon's has to run down this hill. Brazen play he'll have to make.
He's looking for that opportunity. His best bet before he kicks in those sprint boots and starts on running. There's the response back though. First pickup. Yo! Oh, he goes on to do it. A massive performance. You-Do Alliance, they do not go down.
Now they are going to be able to get another elimination point that gets them a little bit closer to Team Reject. Team Reject stuck, just trying to play this safely. At this point, they know that to try to get this championship is going to be very difficult, but can we at least hold on to second place?
That's the challenge. But the nades are coming through. They are cooking them in response, but they are just pouring over towards Reject. Sara in the smoke on the roadside. Launches one towards QZ. Is that good? No, it's short. Spray over Sara. Down. And Bond finds the knock. Will look for one. Reggie as well.
That's
two legs to go down. And Reject are starting to crumble. Two players fall. Divine in the smoke. Has to push forward now. You've got to do it. Duello's there.
One
Divine
more.
is down. And Duello might just be the last chance. He's out. Reject still with one player left. But it's in the blue zone. And down they go. Japan fall. And Brazil rise. Alpha 7.
They've done it! Alpha 7 are gonna be the first ever PUBG Mobile World Cup champions! Out come the hugs, and Brazil